Hey everyone, blessings. I hope that you are all doing well out there. In this video, I will be discussing manifesting and why we have trouble manifesting the things that we want and desire for our lives. So for this video, I'm going to get right into the topic, and I'm going to cover 3 things that could be potential roadblocks to our ability to manifest. So let's get right into it. But before we get into the first point, I want you just to consider this as sort of like a foundational thought when it comes to manifesting. And that is the assumption that you already have it, whatever it is for your life, whatever the goal or the dream is for your life, that you already have it. And I want you to keep in mind that God has predestined blessings just for your life. God has predestined goodness and great and marvelous things just for your life. And that's on the flip side of the trouble and the pain and the hardship that we go through in life, which is also part of life. But on the flip side of that, God has great things just set aside just for you and I. So the first point I want to make that could be a roadblock to your ability to manifest is the lack of faith. When we don't have faith that God has things set aside just for us, that we don't have trust that although I can't see it, that doesn't mean I'm not going to get it. And just because it's a dream right now and it's just a vision, that it's not possible for me. The lack of faith will slow down your ability to manifest. It will slow down the process and it will keep you back. The lack of faith will keep you further away from what God has for you. So it's very, very important to understand and to know that, and live your life with the assumption that I already have it, that God, even before I was born, had these things for me, right? Because a lot of the things that we think about and that comes to mind, the goals and the dreams and the visions, God, for the most part, a lot of the things that we think about, that we want to achieve, he put that in our hearts. It's been inside of us all along. So if you can dream it, and if it's there, and if the desire is there, that means you're probably supposed to have it. And it's probably something for you. And if it's not for you, it just might not work out. But if it is for you, it's gonna keep coming to you over and over again. Whatever's for you is going to keep coming to you, that you should do this thing, that you should move in this direction, is going to keep coming to you over and over again, whatever that idea might be, right? So the lack of faith, we just have to have faith and trust that God has some great things in store for us. Have the assumption that it's going to happen and that is already there. We don't have to beg God for anything. We don't have to, stress out or strain to get what God has for us. That if we just do what we're supposed to do in a timing that we're supposed to do it, we're going to have it. So don't let the lack of faith keep you from the good things that God has in store for your life. Number 2 is, sometimes our vision is not good and we may need a vision adjustment, and that can keep us from having poor vision, our ability to manifest. So what I mean by poor vision is that if you can't picture yourself in a position, in a place that you want to be in, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it, or it's going to take a really long time, if you do get it, to manifest it. So if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe in your dream, and if you don't believe in your vision, if you can't see yourself in that place that you want to be in and that thing that you want to have, and if you can't see, if you can't envision yourself there, you're going to have a tough time manifesting, because that's the key right there. So I'll give you an example. I remember when I was in my first semester in grad school and I was not doing good academically and I wanted to drop out. I'm like, I'm wasting my time. This is a waste of money. And I don't think I'm going to make it. So just like as a last ditch effort, I went to my academic advisor and I talked to him about, the things that I was struggling with and how I was feeling and how I wanted to drop out. And we went over my grades and, my classes, and, he listened to me and he just said, stop, just stop. He's like, you can do this. I know you can do this. Do you feel like you belong here? And I thought about it and I was like, yeah, I feel like I need to be in this program. I feel like this is what I should be doing with my life right now. And he was like, well, then you have to finish. You have to see yourself at the finish line. I remember him saying that. And after that talk, I'm like, I'm just going to press ahead, even though things don't look good and it's not looking great for me academically right now. I'm just going to push ahead. And if I'm supposed to do it, it's just going to work itself out. I just got to put the work in. I put the work in. And every time I felt like I wanted to quit, every time I felt like I wanted to give up, I just visioned myself. I just was picturing my graduation day, me in a cap and gown, me marching into my ceremony and going across that stage and getting my degree. And every time I felt bad, like I couldn't do it, and when I was having a tough assignment or just another book to read, I just had that vision of me on graduation day. And that got me through the program. And I knew I was supposed to be there because eventually, I actually, in grad school, I got that was the highest GPA I've ever had. I was able to turn around my academic situation and I did graduate. So if you don't see yourself, even if there's a challenge there, and there was a challenge for me, and there's been many times in my life where I've been challenged, but it was the place that I was supposed to be. And, challenges fosters growth and it promotes growth. So let's not, stray away from that. But if you don't see yourself there, wherever there is for you, if you don't see yourself starting that business or writing that book or going back to school or losing weight or whatever it is, or having a stronger spiritual life or getting your dream job or a new house or new apartment or whatever it is that you want to manifest or that's for you in this season, if you can't picture yourself there, you're going to have a hard time getting there. So sometimes we just need to adjust our vision in order to accelerate the manifestation. And the more we see ourselves there, eventually we'll get there. Number 3, and finally, stop trying to figure out how it's going to happen. That is a useless waste of time. And I used to do this often. And I believe this is one of the things for me personally that slowed down my ability to manifest my goals and my dreams and the vision that I had for my life. And I still have visions and dreams and goals, but I have stopped trying to figure it out because, I have the personality type where I tend to worry a lot and, overthink things. And there's some of you out there who might be the same way. So if you are a person who's prone to worrying and just trying to, or just you like to be in control of everything, you're going to have a hard time manifesting, right? Because how God works and how things are universally, right? And, those universal rules and laws, how they work is you've got to sit back and relax sometimes. And stop trying to figure it out, because there are things and movements that God's making behind the scenes, and God is working even when we don't see him working, and he's working it out for us, and things are working out on our behalf even when we don't see it, right? But when we try to figure things out and try to map out a plan and try to make certain connections and force things to happen, that's when we slow down the process, right? Because we might think that the manifestation or what we want and what we hope for and what we dream and desire for, that is going to come a certain way. And God might be like, I'm going to come around the back way and give you what you need, because I want to make sure that it's for me, and I want to make sure that it's right. So sometimes we may force the hand and get what we want, but then it's going to be a really hard time for us to keep it. But just keep this in mind when it comes to manifesting and getting the things that God has for your life, is that whatever God gives you, you're going to have it, and nobody's going to take it away from you. People can't take away the things that God gives you. But when we try to force the hand and do it ourselves, then that makes us responsible for maintaining and keeping it, right? But what's for us is for us, and we're going to get it, right? So stop trying to figure out how it's going to happen, who are the players, who the people we're going to have to connect with, because is actually a waste of time, right? So the key is, and sometimes the only thing that's keeping us from the goal or the dream or the vision is time, because like I stated earlier, we already have it. Have the assumption that it's already yours, it's already there and available to us, especially if we're dreaming about it every day, right? So just stop trying to figure out how the dream and the vision is going to happen, and just go with the flow, and do what you know is the right thing to do, and it will come to you without strain. It will come to you without struggle. It will come to you without unnecessary pain. It will come to you and you're going to have peace about it. It will come to you and there's going to be this divine and beautiful flow. So stop trying to figure it out. Because when we start worrying and trying to meddle and get in the way, that's when we slow down the manifestation. But when we just do the things that we need to do, and when we trust that we're going to get it, and we adjust our vision, it's going to happen. But sometimes it might not happen in a way that we think it will happen. So yes, those were the 3 things I wanted to share with you when it comes to manifesting, and the 3 roadblocks. That it could be the lack of faith. Sometimes we need to adjust our vision, and sometimes we just need to step back and stop trying to figure out everything, and just know that it will work out. Whatever it is that you hope for, that you dream for, that it will work out. Just have faith and trust and believe that it will work out. And I wish you all of God's blessings. I wish the very best for your life, and that you get everything that God has for you. Take care. God bless. And I will see you in the next video.